Hi, I'm Melissa Russell, and today we're going to go over an instructional unit on reference services. Specifically, we are going to focus on children's reference services in a public library setting. The objective today is to learn the importance of valuing children as public library patrons and understand how to best serve them. We'll look at the frequency of children reference needs, educational trends, developmental patterns of children, and how to best respond to their needs. A resource that we're going to be utilizing today is Reference and Information Services by Richard E. Bopp and Linda C. Smith. This is a textbook. And according to a study of 13 public libraries by Melissa Gross and Matthew Saxon, 19% of reference questions in the adult area come from children under 18. That does not include the children's library area. And I work at the Woodford County Public Library, and I know that at that location children make up a large percentage of the patrons that we see every day. So basically we can conclude that no matter whether you're an actual children's librarian or not, more than likely you're going to deal with reference questions from children. So it's important to know, it's important to realize that they are a valuable part of the library, and so it's important to know how to answer their questions and how to respond to them in a way that is going to be the most effective in order to help them to understand what they're looking for and how to find it. The educational trends. The trends in the school system are moving away from textbook-based teaching, and the new trend is for inquiry-based teaching. This will continue to increase the need for children to do library research, and thus reference questions are going to be asked from children. I know that as a person with an undergrad degree in education, this is certainly true, and I see it in the library where I work, that children come and they have these research papers and projects that they have to do, and a lot of them come really unsure of where they should go to find this information, and they'll come to the reference desk and ask what kind of materials that we have. Sometimes we can direct them to the technology, and a lot of times they don't even realize that that is an option. But because of this new inquiry-based teaching trend, we can be pretty sure that children are going to continue to come into the library and continue needing our services. It was estimated in 2007 that 87% of people between the ages of 12 and 17 were online. Since that time, that number has likely grown, and as a result, librarians need to have a solid understanding of how to utilize technology, how to teach it to others, and how to find quality resources online. And just like I mentioned previously, there are a lot of materials and a lot of resources online that children can utilize, and but they might not realize that it's available. So it's important for us as librarians, no matter what part of the library that we work in, it's important for us to know what kind of technology that we have available, and to be able to teach these children, and possibly their parents too, how to access it and how to make it work best for them. It's also important because children these days are so often so technologically savvy. It's important for librarians to be able to connect with them and be relevant to the children that they're working with. And so having a good understanding of technology will definitely help with that. The development of children. Children progress through developmental stages as they mature, and as a librarian, it's important to be aware of these stages and to be able to recognize what level the child is likely to be on, and this is going to guide your response to their needs. So if you can recognize, basically what developmental stage they're in and how they can respond to certain resources and how we talk to them, that's going to be important to help them to find the information that they need the most. For example, a third grader can know the difference between fiction and nonfiction, but may not understand how to utilize the library catalog. Also, they may not be able to move from the catalog to the actual place the book is on the shelf. So they might be able to look up on the catalog what book they're looking for, but they may not understand how to use the call letters and the call numbers to locate that book. And the catalog might be difficult for a number of reasons, but it could be the technology, or it could be because of the advanced vocabulary on it. So a good librarian demonstrates two skills when they're dealing with children. They exercise cognitive skills and provide competence and qualification in fulfilling children's information needs, and also effective skills that enable the librarian to respect and understand the needs of children. Demonstrating these skills they're going to help children develop lifelong good attitudes toward the library. Many questions that children will come to the reference desk with are not self-imposed, but brought about by teachers or parents wanting them to find information because it may be an assignment from school, and the children may not actually find the subject matter interesting themselves. And then to make matters more complicated, many times the children will pass along the inquiry to adults, such as their parents, which may or may not fully understand what is needed. And thus children's reference services actually involve many people, including children, parents, teachers, and caregivers. And also adults may need assistance in locating materials in the children's area of the public library. So today we learned some about children's reference services, and I hope this was informative, and I thank you for your time.